What's with everyone making their own streaming content these days? It's now being rumored that Apple is going to invest in making some original shows of their own, presumably for exclusive streaming on the Apple TV. In my day, we had one box that we watched shows on, and it was called the TV. Now there's all kinds of devices. Is this fracturing of where we get our content getting out of hand, or is this are we entering some kind of glorious new future of television that I just can't envision yet? What do you guys think? Lewis, what do you think? Bright future or grim future?
I think it's going to be bright for the content providers, for the content makers, for for the Amazons, for the Netflix, for the Apple. But for the consumers, you're going to be torn because, like, let's say you like House of Cards on Netflix, and now let's say you're a big fan of oh man, what's the one that just got bought off from the BBC, Amazon?
The cars, fast cars with those guys.
The gear.
Oh, Top
Yeah.
Gear.
Top Gear.
Top Gear. Yeah, so Top Gear
Not
is going to
Top
be on
Gun.
Amazon.
We're all car guys here. You could tell.
Yeah, exactly. And now let's say Apple comes out. I'm sure they're going to have a couple of hits, but let's say Apple makes like a big, show that everyone loves. That's 3 different subscriptions that you're going to have to pay for,
Yeah, that's my worry, is that it's going to start kind of pricing people out of watching TV, really, in the long run. Dan, what do you think of this whole situation?
Well, here's what's going to happen. Somebody is going to have to come up with like a streaming network that encompasses everybody. I don't know if it'll ever happen. I mean, that's my idea of a golden utopia.
See, which is funny because that's what we were kind of promised with these streaming boxes, is
I
that
know.
they were going to take all the networks and filter it into a box that attaches to our TV, and now we have all of these boxes.
Not only that, but isn't that technically what the cable providers are supposed to do? Package all the channels in one big bundle,
You would think.
and you pay for one bundle, and there you go.
So what
That's
we're
the lie
saying
we were
is
told.
we want to cut the cord of cable to go back to the cable model, but just through a set-top box.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's basically you're trading in one box for another one.
Right, sure.
What's happening. Now, here's the deal. I think, honestly, somewhere down the line, it's not going to be tomorrow, it's not going to be a year from now, but sometimes somebody is going to come out with a generic box that has everything in it that you can just plug in and you scroll through and say, oh, I want to watch Apple TV. This, and they'll figure out some pricing structure, and I think it'll be a win-win, but right now we're in the wild west of streaming.
I don't know.
Because-
A lot would have to change, Dan, because Apple wants this exclusive because that's what's keeping you buying an Apple TV or paying for their service, and Netflix wants that exclusive. Although things like Netflix and Hulu, I mean, you still have to pay for it, but they do put their streaming on other boxes. Maybe if Apple takes that route of it where it's like Apple's streaming TV service on the Apple TV so that you could actually subscribe to the Apple TV streaming service, that'll get confusing, I think.
Yes. There's way too many options right now. I mean, because if you had every single streaming device, you would have a stack of boxes on your TV like this tall. And nobody needs that. I mean, we're trying to get away from that, right? It should be built in. It should be a software upgrade for the TV.
I guess if we go this model of everyone has exclusives, this could make people more choosy and lead to better TV, right? Because like back in the old broadcast days, we watched what was on simply because it was on. We had 4 channels, and we had 4 channels, and you would watch it because that's what you got. But now we have to make our choices of what to watch using real money, whether that's for a Hulu subscription, a Netflix subscription, HBO Go, or an Apple TV. So maybe that means that, like you said, Lewis, content providers are going to have to make better content because we're not just settling for anything anymore. These content creators are courting us and our money directly rather than advertisers, which is great and could lead to a golden age of TV if you can afford it, you know?
Right.
If you can afford it. It's like we wanted a la carte, and here we go. We have a la carte. It's a kind of slightly different a la carte in the sense that, here's HBO, here's Showtime, Apple, Netflix, Hulu, but I mean, it's...
It's way too many carts.
Yes.
Careful what you wish for.
Exactly.
You're going to get too many carts.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, honestly, if you break it down, I think think what's going to happen, other than my first prediction, is I think that there's going to be almost like a TV revolution. You know what I mean? Like, I think people are going to get so fed up with so many choices that they're going to boycott everything. We're going to melt down society and start over from scratch.
And that's what'll do it. Well, that's our 2 cents. What's yours? What are your views on the state of TV and streaming content? Golden age or a new dark age? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below. For DealNews.com, along with Dan Ledbetter and Luis Ramirez, I'm Jeff Summergy. Bye.